Hi, I'm Cole Jenkins, but you guys already knew that. I'm here to talk to you about someone you don't know. His name is August Cox. He goes by Augie, and the first thing you need to know about him is that he's my cousin. We grew up together, we went swimming together, made dumb videos together. I love Augie. He's one of the greatest guys I know. Augie's doing ministry on the other side of the planet right now in a country called Taiwan. It's an island nation off the coast of China. He's been there about 8 years. He got there after receiving an intercultural degree from Johnson. He went there with Team Expansion, and he's been there pretty much nonstop the last 8 years. He got married out there to a native Taiwanese woman. Shout out Evelyn. She's awesome. And for the last 8 years, he's been building up church camps in that country. He's the co-founder of Let's Go Sports, which is a group dedicated to building more camps. And then he's also an assistant manager of a sports and English camp that's run by Derek DeVry, Trisha DeVry's brother-in-law. So if you want to talk to her about it, she might know a little bit. He has an interesting position where he needs to communicate with three different groups of people. He needs to simultaneously be able to communicate effectively with unbelieving students. The nation only has about a 2% population of Christians. He needs to communicate to those students' parents who are also unbelievers, and he needs to communicate to American church as well. So it's three different groups he's having to communicate with. With the students, the biggest role is making them ask questions, making them think. If he communicates too poorly, they won't care. They'll discredit him as crazy because this guy believes that a Jew 2,000 years ago is God. That's a crazy person statement. On the other hand, if he communicates too effectively, if he uses too many arguments and shows too many proofs, they'll just accept it, but they won't ask questions and nothing will grow of it. They'll say, oh, that's neat. Yeah, that's convincing, but then they won't go anywhere. And so he needs to strike a perfect middle ground. The way he says this can happen is if you're teaching about a topic and they start asking questions that are tangentially related to that topic. So if you're teaching on the incarnation and they start asking questions of, you said Jesus was fully God, who created God? What is the Trinity? When they're asking those questions, they're thinking and they're trying to understand, which is what you want. With the parents, the biggest communication is safety. He needs to convince all these unbelieving parents who don't know Christianity that it's not a cult. That's his job, is he needs to convince them that their students are safe. And so one of the ways he does this is by hosting the camps inside of public schools, something they already trust and already know. Another way he does this is by constantly emphasizing, hey, we're playing games. We're playing sports. We're teaching English lessons, showing things, hey, you know this to be safe. Has your kid ever had a bad time at a basketball camp before? We're doing a basketball camp. It's just got this flavor of Christianity, we'll call it. And then the last group he's communicating with is Christian churches. He's having to show what the vision and what the future can hold. He's having to show, hey, these are the camps that are here. With your help, we can bring them up here. There can be so many more camps, so many more opportunities for these kids to hear the gospel. I asked Augie, is there any advice you would give all of these other ministry students who are trying to figure out how to communicate effectively? And he said his biggest advice is find your style, don't copy it. If I try to speak like Dr. Fincher, I'm not doing well. I need to speak like the best version of Cole Jenkins that I can. Thank you guys so much, and shout out Augie. Thank you so much. See you guys later. Bye.